Welcome once again to another episode of the Uncensored Truth podcast. I am your brother, old guy from Hip Hop News Uncensored, and sitting beside me to my left is my co-host.
What it do? What's good? It's your brother Sam Ant Viral Hip Hop News. Another episode of the Uncensored Truth podcast. Sam Ant, old guy, brother, old guy. What it do? What's good, man? It's good to be back.
Yes, sir. It's good to be back. And the other night we had an explosive live show over at One Love Tattoo Shop in Violin, New Jersey. Shout out to Ange, and Vanessa over there at One Love Tattoo Shop. But it's been a lot. There is a lot of news, since we left there. We've been itching to get back to it. So I'm actually going to jump right in this. But before I jump into this, I want everybody to go ahead and hit that like button for me and make sure you share this video before we get started, because we're going to bring that hot content. But let me jump right into this one, man. A few months ago, well, not even a few months ago, about a month ago, Joe Budden announced, along with Diddy, they had some type of dinner. They put some pictures out, and they announced that Joe Buddens, after he left, the everyday struggle, was looking for a home. So Diddy brought Joe Buddens to Revolt. But since then, we hadn't heard nothing until now. So let me jump right into this article now. Finally, Diddy says Joe Buddens is a part of the Revolt family. He says Joe has an authentic approach. He's never afraid to speak the truth. His many talents deserve a platform that pushes the culture forward, and we are excited to produce the next level of content with him. Sam Ant, what do you think about Joe Buddens now on the Revolt team? What does it mean for hip hop?
I think it's a great move. I think it's a great move for Joe Budden. I think it's a great move for Revolt TV. They had that dinner probably around the top of the year, January, around sometime. I remember being Happy New Year. So you're looking about 5 months ago.
Dope.
They announced that he would be a part of the team, and you already know it was only a matter of time before he came out and they made some official news. Come May, 5 months later, like I said, he's coming out with the State of the Culture new show produced by Revolt. It should be great. Don't know if he's going to have a co-host or not. Don't know if it's going to be exclusive Joe Budden content. We shall see, but he's all definitely a pop culture figure in today's society. We all remember and loved him from Everyday Struggle with DJ Academics. A lot of people said he made the show, and when he left, he destroyed the show. And we all can just say now that we look with Star coming and going and the eventual downside, or you see just basically a slip in the Everyday Struggle with questions going to where they're going in the future. And you can basically allude that to Joe Budden leaving early January. So, but let me ask you a question, oh God. Is this the end all be all to hip hop? You said how good is this for hip hop? It's great for hip hop, but is Joe Budden now the new ambassador and the spokesperson for the hip hop sound and the hip hop culture?
Well, to a certain extent, his voice, is respected in the game. I just want to, read what Joe Budden said, and then expound on that. He said it was important to partner with a company that recognized the growing need for our voices and ideas to stream freely without interruption. This was a much prettier way to say we about to be with the shit, Joe Budden tells Billboard. He says thank you to his business partners, and he says he loves Revolt and excited. Y'all read the article in the description box, but we get what he's saying. And, right now, I think there's a lot of voices. Even we look at voices like Charlamagne the God, Kanye West. I think we got a lot of people, are outspoken and people's voices out there. But, on those platforms, you got the Breakfast Club, you got a couple other platforms. So we need more. And that's what we do over here on the Uncensored Truth podcast. We're going to give it to the people raw and continue to bring up, the topics that people kind of want to shy away from, but the topics that need to be put on the table. So I think it's dope. You know what I mean? And I think that's what Diddy actually seen in him also, somebody who's not afraid to deal with the tough issues.
Now, what do you think a Dame Dash is going to say to a podcast or a show like Joe Budden's show we're about to see right now? Do you think that he's going to tackle, it says the state of the culture. So do you think it's going to be a lot of devotion going on? Because we've seen Joe Budden even in the past get at your Vlad TVs and different kind of platforms that portrayed and shed light to the drama and the real issues that go on within hip hop in the communities. And he was very outspoken to saying that you probably cost a lot of people lives and things like that for perpetuating this nonsense. So do you think that his platform is going to be strictly for the culture? And if he's not, will he be putting that vulture stigmatism is like everyone else is at some point in their career?
Yeah, that's a good question, man. I think, at certain, it's like, everybody kind of got to dabble in it a little bit, to a certain extent, because look, what are you going to say? You're not going to cover it just because, it might affect somebody. Everybody's covering it. So if it's a topic that's on the table, the topic's on the table. Right. So I don't think that Joe Budden is going to shy away from it. I think he's just going to do, his best to give his opinion, on the matter. But I don't see like a type of censorship or anything coming down like that. I think it's going to be raw.
No, with it.